Alright, you're welcome. We're going to continue on from where we left off, talking about web forms. Now, just a minute. Okay, now for the purpose of what we're about to do, we need to retain the default size for our one line text box. So we don't need the size element or the size attribute, so that we're just going to remove that, and we're going to save this and then hit refresh. So you see they are all back to the same size. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add some labels to our forms, so that you will know as a user the information you're supposed to enter into the text box. So usually you see maybe email here, first name, last name. So we're going to do that. We're going to add some labels. So I'm just going to type at I'm just going to copy and paste something I already typed out. So just paste it here, and this is our label. And how you create your label is you simply just inside an angle bracket you write your label, you put your 4 attributes, and is going to be first name. That is what would link to your input element, and then what you want to be in front of the label will be first name, and then you close it out as we usually do in all of our HTML tags. So here in our input element, we are now going to create an ID that would link to our label, and that is simply done. You just type ID equals in quotes first name, okay, end of quotes. So I haven't done that. We're just going to save this and then hit refresh on our browser, and our label is side by side with our text box. So when you click on the label, the text box is highlighted. There's actually a different way to add label to your text box. It's called the paragraph method, something I just discovered, but let's just quickly do that, and then I'll show you the difference. So in order to do that, let's create a bit of room here. You then create your paragraph in front of the text box you want to put a label to. And you remember we create our paragraph with a p tag, and then you close out your paragraph here with your backslash. That's how you close a paragraph. Okay, I'm sorry, we're working with the wrong input element, so we're just going to use the next input element, which is this one. So we'll create our space here, and this is where our paragraph ought to be. Pardon me. So we'll just go over that very quickly. We'll close it out, and having done that, here we'll then write whatever we want to be here. Okay, so I'm just going to use last name, and then we'll put our colon. So I will put a colon is so that it will appear here also, like we did here. So we'll save this, and then we hit refresh. So look at that, it came out just like the same way our last name did, even though we used a different command. In this case, we used the paragraph. We wrapped our input element within a parent paragraph, so now our input element is now nested inside our paragraph element, which is this one right here, starting from here and ending here and ending here. Okay, so but the difference between this first label and this second one is this: when you click on first name for here, you will see that this is highlighted, our text box is highlighted, but when you click on last name, it is not highlighted, it's not functional. So that's the difference. So if you want to have a label that is really functional, it's advised that you use the label tag instead of just the paragraph tag. So we're just going to reverse to the label tag. I just wanted to show you that quickly in case you're in a hurry and you just need to just put your labels there without really using the label elements. You can use the paragraph, but it's more professional to use the label element. So we're just quickly going to use the label element. Okay, so that's already on our so we'll just paste it there, and then we'll create an ID. Create an ID for this. ID will then be equals last name. This time we're working with last name, so we have to change this to last name. Okay, and what is written here we also have to change this to last name. Okay, so we save and hit refresh, and you see our last name label is showing there. Okay, we have to put our quotes, end of quote here. Hit refresh, and you can see they are both fully functional. So that's how you add your labels. Okay, there's a double T here, that's why our ID seem to be not functional. Okay, refresh, and you see our label is functional now. So in HTML, in encoding generally, we make a lot of mistakes because codes are very sensitive to the slightest error. Just one bit of difference can mess up your entire code. Maybe a full stop where it's not supposed to be, or two letters where it's not supposed to be, can mess up your work. So the what you have to do is to learn how to quickly identify where you have made your mistake and correct your mistake and move on. So mistakes are normal when you are coding. Even for expert coders, we still make mistakes. So when you hit refresh, you see, click on this now, it shows is now highlighted, unlike when we used the paragraph label, and you see they are both highlighted and they are both active now. So we're just going to do the last one. And we'll simply paste what we've already copied. We have it on our clipboard, and this one we're going to call it email. So what we have done here is we have created a form, right, that contains information for your name, your first name, your last name, and of course your email address. So we are going to be linking this label 4 elements or 4 attributes to our input type. And how you do that, like I said before, is with your ID, and we simply write the email. We are going to save this and then hit refresh, and you see your email is showing. So that is it. Okay, so that will do it for this video. In our next video, we'll continue on with forms.